Shalom, 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 everybody. Greetings. Niyangizwa?
Yes, Mama Siyaguzo, shalom.
Shalom. Thank you so much. Yo, angazi. Into yami vele ya actor up mangithi ngiyangena because the computer yami is giving me challenges. Mangena ivele ngikhiphe out kule enye. Mangena kwi-cellphone, ikhiphe out kwi-computer and then we end up ngakwazi ukungena. But sengiyisothile out ke. This is a day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm so grateful to be here. I just want to check what I'm really recording my stuff. Let me just double check and record even second one. Right. So this is an exciting journey. Today, what I would like to highlight, maybe let me just highlight it once we've done a check-in. So let's go and check in and just check what has been the dominating emotion for the past 24 hours. And what is the emotion that you are feeling right now? And how intense is it from 0 to 1 to 10? And where is that emotion situated in your body? And then no matter how you're feeling today, just acknowledge it. Because sometimes we feel like we need to get rid of how we feel, but that's not the right thing to say. Like, I don't want to feel like this, I need to get rid of it. Actually, what you're saying when you say that is that I am rejecting my internal guidance. I don't want to go away. But there is another way of dealing with those emotions. I will have a class that I will record and send it to you so that you can watch it in no time, so that we create harmony from within and outside. Because when the inside says something else and the outside says another thing, then there's this tiger war that exists. That's why most of the time we have these negative emotions that we're feeling, and we just want to get rid of them, not understanding these negative emotions are actually saying something to us and we need to listen to them. Instead of saying, let me get rid of you. Actually, when you say that, you are getting rid of yourself. Whether you are angry or just having a negative emotion because of somebody else's behavior. And we as Christians, we have said this thing for a long time. I don't have to be angry because I'm a Christian. From today, I want us to give that thing up because it's totally faulty. Who said we must not be angry just because we are Christians? Who said we must put a happy face while we are boiling on the inside? That is why we have so much animosity in our midst and in our churches, where people are walking together but they are not in agreement because they are not true with their own feelings. At the same time, they use this thing, whereas you are injuring yourself. What will it help ukuthi usakulimaza abantu when uyilimaza? Imagine carrying a knife, we poker all the time just because instead ukuthi ngipoke wena ukuthi ngiyipoke mina because it feels better uyipoka mina than to poke wena. Is that what God is saying? Is that what God is saying? So as I'm talking about this, I'm feeling so emotional because this has been going on for a long time, and people are injured not because they are injured by other people, but they are injured by ignoring themselves. They are injured because they are actually stepping themselves while they think they are protecting other people. And then let's go to sensation. What sensations are you feeling in your body? Then now, because I've already said some things that I've said now that were not planned, but I just want to say one thing that I would like you to take with you and start paying attention that you do in your daily life. That is sleep, the importance of sleep. Sleeping, guys, is very important because there are cycles that happens when we are sleeping, and most of the time those people who are workaholics who think ukuthi akufanele silale to prove ukuthi sikhuthele, they are actually hurting themselves. So I just want to say, please let us give our bodies this rest that it needs to sleep, so that we can go to all these 4 cycles of sleep. Though I'm not going to mention them here because they're going to take time, but they are cycles that we need to go through while we are on sleeping mode, so that we can rise up in the morning fresh. Because we can do this meditation, but when we do not also take care of ourselves to make sure that we sleep enough time, then it's going to be a problem. Another thing that is going to happen as we do this meditation is that the body will ask for more sleep. Please give it to it. Give that to it, because it's actually responding and saying, I'm now releasing a stress that has been holding the body for a long time. So make time, even if we busy and then go to sleep early, then your body is going to say thank you for doing that. So I'm going to discuss that later in more details, but for now, what I would like you to know is that sleep is important. Let us honor our sleep. That is part of our rest, and God honors the rest part. That is why He has one day where He rests, of which not we need to incorporate that in our schedule where we rest. I know, okay, we are living in a time where we are working, and also we are rushing because we need to make more money, because if there's not more money, then we are born, and there's that cycle of always rushing after one thing. But please make sure that you get some sleep. I don't know ukuthi uzokwenza kanjani kwi-schedule yakho leyo, but put it in the forehead of your mind today that sleeping and resting is important. And while you are doing it, remove this, not really remove, acknowledge that you need it. And when that guilt comes and you speak to that guilt, you know what, I know what I taught you, or I should be working. Now I'm resting. It feels like I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to do, but now this is how we're going to do things. So that guilt does not preach to you anymore and tell you that you are doing something wrong, but is accept and I to know this is the route that you are taking. Basically, that is what I wanted to say today. So let's begin now and take in some breath. So remember what I'm not going to speak that much this time, because I want you to have your own in visualization and your own internal dialogue. So we are breathing just for 3 minutes. Keep on breathing. If you're struggling with concentration, of bringing your mind in this present moment, it's okay. Keep on saying, mind, come sit down. Keep on taking your mind to this moment. Eventually, it will listen to you. And then now we are going to activate our senses by starting from our feet and feeling our feet, deepening our root to the ground. Imagine that you are a tree. And then check yourself today. Am I safe? Am I grounded? Am I rooted? And then begin to feel safe. We begin to feel grounded and rooted. While you are deepening your roots to the ground. And then declare this internally, that I'm rooted and I'm grounded in Christ. I am safe, I'm protected. And all my needs are met. And then once you feel you are at 100% capacity of groundedness and rootedness, so that means that will also require you to surrender and let go. And then now you move your attention to your waist. And then you begin now to put your attention there and love that place. Tell that place that you are safe, you are here right now. And then begin to feel loved, enough, complete. And you feel beautiful and amazing. Realizing there's nothing that you need to do in order to qualify for this love. You can decide to feel it. You can decide to feel loved, complete, enough right now. Embracing yourself and also embracing your inner child. And then declare within yourself that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And then move your attention to your lower chest. We call it ngesiZulu sovalweni. And then begin then to feel this power of doing, taking action. Stop procrastinating. Whatever that your mind, your hands find, do it with all your might. Love the Lord with all your might, your mind, with your heart. So I want you to just everything that you want to do, begin to see yourself doing those things. Taking action, being like a bull. Being a bull, not like allowing that spirit of a bull to take over your life, and then start being about action. And then say, I can do all things through Christ who give me strength. And if you are experiencing obstacles, know that there will be obstacles in anything that you will be doing. But it doesn't mean you must stop, you must give up. Most of the time we carry this thing with us. When it becomes difficult, I will stop. But I want us to change the mindset and say, when it's difficult, I will have a spirit of resilience. I will push forward. I'm not going to give up the calling that God has given to me just because I'm being faced with opposition and rejection or whatever it is that you'll be facing at that time. But we are making a decision to break forth and to do what we're supposed to do. To have that spirit of boldness, of courage and boldness, resilience. So I want us to feel boldness, feel courage, feel that resilience, that I can do all things through Christ who give me strength. And stand in that power pose like Superman and Wonder Woman when they're standing with their hands on their hips, with their chest out, their head lifted up, and then say, this is who I am who I am, and I will do what I was called to do. Feeling proud about yourself and the things that you've done. Because after all, you'll be accountable for what you have done. So why should you feel ashamed with the choices that you are making if they are good choices? Don't you think God wants you to be proud of your choices? Because you are the one who's choosing, and you'll be accountable for that if you choose otherwise. So let's own it, let's contain it, let's love it. Even when people don't say you've done well, you do well and then people start complaining. But when be true to yourself and say, check yourself truly. Is it that they are saying the truth? And if it's not, and then we reject it and we look at the truth of who we really are and then start celebrating that. And it feels like this is big in our community. And as we correct it, as we align ourselves with the truth, we will see a difference beginning with us as we sit here. Move our attention now. We are going to jump the heart. We are going to go on top of our head. And then we know that there is a glory of the Lord that is always poured on us, that God is always giving. God is always giving. Let's receive what He's already given to us. All things have been provided for. Jesus even said, it is done, it is finished. So now we are opening ourselves up to receive as we put our attention to our mind, to our head, and say, and feel our mind being transformed, removing any limitations. Opening up our minds to think further and bigger, to think in the scope of how God thinks. And I hear someone ask, how do you know how God thinks? And I say, I don't know, I may not know, but I'm opening myself up so that God will insert in me how he thinks, and then I will begin thinking like him. So I don't need to understand it, but I'm receiving it today. I'm receiving the wisdom, the ability to do things, the ability to understand even difficult concepts. The ability to apply the information that I have excellently and wonderfully. And declare within yourself, I have the mind of Christ. You really do. And I want you to say, things that I'm going to do and create from now on going forward are so amazing that I will also be amazed, because God will reveal himself through me. And we are saying to him, Lord, do whatever that you want to do through us. Show your greatness through us. Show yourself who you are in this season and in this time. And then I hear a voice saying, what if something goes wrong? What if you don't make it? But the response that I have is that I never lose, because I'm standing on a rock that is Christ, that is immovable. But we need to be able to hold on that and stand on him and give the value that he is and accept it in our hearts, that if we are standing on Christ and we are in him and he is in us, we have absolutely everything that we need. So we can't go wrong. We will never go wrong. Which that is a deep concept that we really need to embrace. Think about that for a whole day today. And then go to our eyes. Begin now to activate the ability that we see. And whatever we see, we are possessing whatever that we see now. It's a matter of seeing the right things. And then declare within yourself that I see the bigger picture. I see what God sees. And I see things as they are, not worse than what they are. I see the truth. Most of the time, with the eyes, people tend to see illusions, things that are not there. But we are clearing our eyes. We see things as they are, not worse than they are, not even how we wish them to be. But even though we have faith, but there are things that we are encountering that are difficult. See them as they are, not worse than they are. But at the same time, have a vision of your future. What do you see in your future? And begin to embody it. Celebrate it. Be excited about it. Because if it's in your future, it means it's coming to you. And then let's activate our smell. Take a deep breath and then pay attention to the smells that you are seeing, you are smelling. Don't judge them. Just be aware. And then begin now to taste with your mouth. Be aware and taste that the Lord is good. That even your life is beautiful and amazing. And then with your ears, listen to the sounds that are around you, picking them one by one. And then your throat, knowing that your voice is powerful. You create through your voice. And whatever you speak comes to pass. Now let us join now the top and the bottom and join it to the heart. Now we are joining heaven and the earth. So the top part that is above the heart represent the heaven, and the bottom part represent the earth. Join it together, and then in the heart begin now to open it up. Remove any limitations, any blockages, and then surrender. As you surrender, begin to feel love, joy, compassion, and gratitude intensely, and open your heart and say you receive everything that is due to you. Open it wide. And then for 4 minutes, while you are opening up your heart, filling it with love, joy, compassion, and gratitude, for 4 minutes, I want you to just say your declaration or be silent while you're feeling that. So it will be 4 minutes. Breathe in and say your declaration, and breathe out, say your declaration. So now we're done with our internal affirmation declaration. Now I want us to speak to our vision boards. I'm hoping now you've already written what you're going to say in each and every pillar. So begin to open up your mouth and say it in a gratitude way that it is already happened. You see it, you are experiencing it, and you love it. So I'm just going to give you 2 minutes to do that. Now, once we finish speaking to our vision board, speaking our vision, now let's fill our heart with gratitude for the last time for 30 seconds. And also set out an intention for the day. How are you going to carry yourself out today? Whose life are you going to touch? Or how are you going to touch someone's life? Because you don't know sometimes who you will be led to touch. But by preparing yourself, as you want to do something, maybe carry 100 rands, would say, I'm going to bless someone with 100 rands today. And actually connect with your heart so that you give that 100 rand to the right person. So let's come back now to your room, as you feel your heart with gratitude, and we've come to the end of our meditation. Be blessed, have a wonderful day, and let's see each other this afternoon.